Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so Aries, we have the Two of Swords, which has everything to do with peace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We all need a little bit of this energy, don't we? I'm like, here, brush it onto me. We all just need a little bit of a breather here, right? Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna take a look and see what is this tea leaf, or what are these tea leaves, I should say. Oh wow, there's the face of a wolf. It looks like a wolf. Before we get into this, okay, if you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that. If you want to like or comment, I want to hear from you. Absolutely, I read all of the comments. I love each and every one of you. I'm not just saying that, I really do. I mean, I really do, without being silly. And yeah, so anyways, let's get to this. Let's get to the good part. So we have the eyes. We have kind of the nose right here, the snoot, right? Their nose, their mouth, oops. I hit the camera. And these would be the ears, right? Here's the head, here are the ears. And these also, this one up here looks like a face too. You can see the eyes, the nose, kind of smiling actually. And then we also have, it looks like a person here. You can see what does this say? Sorry, I'm going to look next to it. It looks like it says 70. There's a 2. And then it looks like a 1. So the number 70. Oh no, I'm wrong. Okay, so this one looks like 970. The top, and then on this one it looks like 72, and then beneath it looks like just 1. Okay, the one looks like a lock as well, like a door lock, and this kind of looks like a tower, which, listen, we don't want any towers. No towers for me, please. Okay, so we have the wolf. We have this beautiful canine. I mean, it's so clear to me. I know, sometimes I get comments where people are like, oh my gosh, I saw what you saw. I can't believe I saw it. I saw it even before you said it. And that is such a great feeling. Now, I know there are a lot of you who have been watching for months and months and you still struggle to see the images. That is not, it's not a bad thing necessarily, right? I look at tea leaves for hours every day. Everything I look at in life, like a pile of rocks or clouds or the soup I'm making, I see images. So don't be disheartened by that, okay? Because you will. You will see things. And also, quite often people will say, well, I saw this other thing, or, whatever image you saw, I saw it differently. That's cool too. That's what I love about divination, is that every reader kind of sees it in their own way. And it's not unlike a Rorschach test, which are those ink blot tests that they use in psychotherapy. It's supposed to look like something, maybe like mirrored with your psyche, okay? Whatever you see in that, blots or in these tea leaves, that speaks to your psyche, okay? So we have the wolf, all right? And the wolf really represents so often, right, this courageous energy, very much like the hero, okay? Now, wolves do travel in packs for the most part. They are social creatures. But we also know that there are times where they are alone, or they might spend the majority of their adulthood alone. We know the term lone wolf, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm feeling like in this period of time, you have had to maybe kind of limit access to yourself, to your family, maybe to your private life, to find your peace. And that's really what it feels like. Like, I am not letting all of that mess into my life. It can stay out there, right? All the drama, the arguing, the gossiping, people thinking that they can tell me, you know, how to live or what I should do or, you know, what I shouldn't do or whatever it is. And I feel you really kind of in this place where it's like, you know, I might love this person or these people, and that has not changed at all, but I need some time for myself. I need to be able to kind of move without anybody watching me, right? To be unwitnessed, to be stealth, to be able to kind of move through your life on your own terms, not having to explain yourself to anybody. And I feel like that's really the energy here. Now, we also have the person up here who looks pretty happy. Pretty happy. And to me, I feel like there's just like all of this oppressive energy lifted from your life. I feel like you have this confidence to just kind of do as you please. And, well, I think that's probably one of the best feelings in life. It's not to say we should, like, you know, just hide everything about ourselves from everybody. I mean, if you want to, that's fine too. You don't owe anybody any kind of explanation, basically ever, right? But, I think that you're a person, you're very family involved and you love the people around you. And it's okay with you if you don't always agree on things, but you also need your own space to kind of move how you want to and not feel like you need to say anything about it, right? And so I see you just kind of in this like happy kind of, you know, going along with things. Just your days seem pretty good. There's not a lot of this extra stress, right? Thinking about, am I going to offend somebody? Are they going to have a problem with this? What are they going to say to me this time? You know, no, I think that it really is kind of your little break away from all of that. Now, we have a person here lifting, it looks like they're holding possibly like a cow's head or something with horns. They also have within their coat or their robe or jacket, you can see right in here a little heart, okay? It looks to me, I would say this is like a hierophant, this is a shaman, this is some kind of spiritual person. This might be you. You know, I mean, ultimately, I feel like it really does represent this. It feels like a coming home. It feels like you've been out. Now follow me here for a second, please. You've been out on the tundra. What's the tundra? Open, arid space. It's frozen, cold. You can think of like the Arctic or something, you know, like vast open areas that are just snow rolling with the wind. And yeah, some of us are wild enough to live in areas like that. I myself do. Usually anyways. Some years we don't get a ton of snow and it doesn't get super cold, but most of the time, yes. So you're out in that, and I don't know if you've ever been in really cold weather, but it just kind of sucks your energy out of you because your body's trying to stay warm, right? Even if you're all bundled up, right? So you're out there, you're fighting against the wind, you're fighting against the blowing snow. You get to your door, you open it, it's warm and cozy. Think of like, you know, like a hobbit's hole, or I'm thinking of like Narnia, the tree, like you open the door and there's a little home in there. It's very warm and inviting, and this is what it feels like. I feel like you have found something for yourself that brings you closer to the divine, that brings you into your spirituality wholly, right? Not just like, okay, I'm going to go on this, you know, what's it called? Like a retreat, you know, and I'm going to go do this for a few days and I'll absorb all of the spirituality I need to get me, you know, go like through the next 6 months or whatever, you know? No, you are living your spirituality day and night, hour by hour, and all the things that you do. I feel like you've really kind of turned towards a lifestyle, not kind of like a supplemental thing, not like a therapy or, you know, I'm using this as medicine, you know, whatever it is, right? No, I see you really devoted to the path. And I don't know how this goes together with the tower, but I almost feel like something has been rising in your life that feels like it's growing into this tower that's larger, taller and taller. And the taller it gets, the more you have to lose. The taller it gets, the more the fallout will be. And to me, because of my own experience, I'm in recovery, right? And I've been in recovery for almost 10 years. And what does that mean, right? For substance abuse. So I've been in 12-step. I've been in, like, if you're familiar with AA, NA, that kind of thing. And, you know, once in a while, when things are hard, when life gets, well, you know, it gets difficult. I can tell you, like during the lockdown and that kind of stuff, I feel like a lot of us who are in recovery really struggling. And it's like all of this stuff, if you think of like, and this is just my example, I'm not saying you are in addiction or you have anything to do with addiction, but I'm using it because this is what I understand. And so you have a tower, and this is related to my addiction, and every stressor and every big life event that, like, you know, something is, it could be good, it could be bad. They're equally as stressful most often, right? It just makes this tower grow and grow and grow. So I see that you have this tower, and whatever it has to do with, I feel like it's very emotional, but it's also very much based in your old life. And I feel like you have kind of found one of those sacred keys to life. And that is finding a spiritual or divine path for yourself. And now when I say spiritual, and I use this word on purpose because it is very ambiguous, but I don't mean that like, okay, you found God or you found a certain religion or you're going to join some kind of, you know, like, I don't know, like yoga cult or something. No, not necessarily, but finding something of meaning, a practice, a system, even research, exploration, travel into sacred places to experience the divine. And I see you really, really leaning into this. Whatever it is for you, whatever it is. It could be that you started, crocheting like pot holder things, right? And when you sit down on the couch and watch your shows, your stories, right? And you're crocheting, where do you go in your mind, in your heart? Sometimes it's these little things in our life that we take for granted. I remember I have a friend who lives near me. She's one of my few in real life friends. And we were talking about meditation, right? We're both stay-at-home moms for the most part. Or we were then. We both now have our own businesses and stuff. But both stay-at-home moms. And we were just discussing like meditation. And I remember her saying, I just can't find the time. I don't know how to find the time to go and sit and just meditate. Once a day, twice a day, whatever. Barely, can you do it once a day? Well, and I thought, yeah, I understand that, but there are so many moments in our day. So many opportunities. You might be washing the dishes. You might be, I don't want to be vulgar, but you might be using the restroom, sitting in traffic. No, I am not advocating you like fully dissociate, or you're like in a whole other realm while you're driving. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. But there are opportunities. And if it's not meditation, like straight up some kind of like eyes closed, doing breath work, postures, mudras, all of that kind of thing, active imagination, interior visits, right? Going for a stroll through your interior. Contemplation. This is a big one. I don't hear a lot of people talk about. There are some communities. Something I love about the Eastern Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, I know these are the same, but is there such an emphasis on contemplation. It's something I feel like we've lost as a society, as a culture, globally, right? I don't know. Maybe other places there are more times for this. But I know in the United States, in the Western world, this is not something that we talk about very often. But contemplation, like meditation, very important for our human development, for our self-development. So there are always opportunities for these kinds of things. We have to find a way, right? We can continue to say, well, when I have the time, when I have a little money put aside, I can afford to go to the silent retreat. Maybe I'll be able to, go to buy a ticket, go to the desert, go meditate, beneath the, what are those trees? Joshua trees? Is that what they're called, or is that the place? Joshua tree. Let me look. This is terrible. It's terrible because I listened to, I should know about that. I feel like, I'm from California, but they're the yucca trees. Yucca. I'm from Northern California. I'm from East Sacramento. So I should know a little bit about this, but I also, I listened to, and let me make sure it's the right name. I think it's Desert Oracle Radio. such a great podcast. Anyways, the dude that does it, yeah, and it's called Desert Oracle Radio or podcast, Desert Oracle Podcast. And I think he's written books and stuff too. But he lives in, I forget which actual park he lives in, but he lives up there near Joshua Tree. And so anyways, yeah. I forget why we even went down that road. But yeah, basically, buying a ticket out there. So we constantly find reasons. I have to wait. I have to get all of this done before I can do that. And it's never going to happen if we live like that. I mean, really, I just feel like there are certain things that, and our spiritual practices, our experiencing of the divine, this is something that we have to start looking in our own lives. Right here, right now. In the moment. If you're sitting in a doctor's office, waiting for your appointment, find a point and look at it. Let your mind go into it. Let yourself wander deeply into yourself. There are times for us. There are times for us to do it all the time. And so anyways, I feel like, and I'm going so deeply and having all these asides, talking to somebody who already knows what's up, right? You already know this. And I'm seeing this next to, we have this beautiful spiritual being here holding that, what is it? A bull skull up, an offering, a votive object, something blessed, beautiful, a symbol of our courageous efforts, our path into the unknown. But I also see right next to that tower. And this is how we combat those tower moments. When you walk into that spiritual life, a lot of that day-to-day stuff, it doesn't seem as important. And I don't mean like paying the bills or going to work or brushing your teeth, or no. I mean somebody cut you off. Your sister-in-law said that your food was whack, whatever it is, these things don't seem so important anymore, right? And so I see this as really a time of you really stepping up and saving self. And I like this. There's a person standing here holding a compass. And now if you know what a compass is, or if you don't, it is a tool for drafting, right? It makes circles. So I can see you planning, partaking, making use of every moment, trying to stay as present as you can, becoming the architect of your own life. Taking control. Stop fearing the outside world. I mean, kind of a little, right? Be smart, of course. But all of those what ifs, all those illusions, all those things that lurk in the peripheral, they're so limiting. And letting go of that anxiety, that fear, that's what leads us to these deeper places. And also finding that the love that we have with the divine, with ourselves, with our special people in our lives, that will transcend all things. That will be the great mover, right? That will be the thing that transmutes all of these little petty ordeals. So lean into it like I know that you are. All right, let's see. So we have two people. We have a little, kind of a little fish. Okay, so I almost kind of feel in a cherry. Yeah, I almost kind of feel like there is somebody from the past, maybe an ex, kind of really intently watching how you're living. And I feel like there's maybe even a situation here where you have maybe met somebody new, or maybe this is somebody you've been dating and now it's starting to get serious. Maybe this is the first time you're deciding to be public with them. Maybe you're like Facebook, what is it called? Facebook official. You changed your dating status, your relationship status. But you have somebody who is lingering in the past. And I almost wonder if you still have feelings for them. Because there's like almost kind of this little breadcrumb. That's what I'm thinking, like setting down the breadcrumbs. And as soon as something goes wrong, this is the person that you kind of always hit up, right? So you've probably known them for a long time. And we have, it looks like the letter J. We also have a cherry. And I almost wonder if there's something about like cherries as decorations, like maybe on clothes or jewelry or something, but like the little cherries. I don't know exactly what I'm seeing, but it feels like maybe almost something you used to wear, or I don't know, even like dishes maybe. I don't know, but it represents something in your life that like is in the physical. It's a physical thing. And yeah. But I think that I almost kind of see things ending up working out for you with this newer person. I kind of feel like you're always going to be in love with this person from your past. Like that kind of first love thing that like never goes away. But I feel like in this other relationship that you have now, or that you are kind of beginning, or it feels like it's like you've learned to love each other very deeply. And there is a sense of peace there. Like, I feel like you feel safe. I also saw there was a little fish there. So I feel like it's like there's enough money. You know, it's not like balling out like crazy necessarily, but there's enough money that you're comfortable. And I think, you know, I'm not saying that you're a materialistic person, but let's be real, right? When you have enough money to pay the bills and you're not super like freaking out every few days because you don't know how you're going to buy groceries and that kind of thing, life is easier. I don't care what anybody says, right? I've been on both sides of this plenty of times. Life is a little bit easier. Now, even when you have money, you will find things to worry about, of course. And there will be ordeals, of course. But I feel like for you, it's just about the stability, consistency. That's what you're looking for. And that's what's here. All right. So we're going to do our 3 lucky numbers. Number 17. 17. Here comes Pudgy in the hallway. 69. 17, 69. Is it 17 again? No, it's actually 99 this time, but it was right by it. 99. 17, 69, 99. All right. Now, to finish off the reading, we're going to do our Mary Magdalene Oracle cards. And these kind of just punctuate the reading. It's a nice little note to end on. Plus, these cards are really gorgeous. They're beautiful. And I'm just going to stop where it feels right. All right. The legacy. Love is always legendary. Love is always legendary. That Pudgy says yes. Hopefully you can hear him. Now he's fine. I know sometimes when the cats meow, I get comments where people are like, are those cats okay? Yes, they're fine. They just, whenever they hear, shout out to my husband over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. My husband, Paul, he reads tarot over there and he's amazing. Go check him out if you haven't already. And we both have studios next door to each other in the basement. And as soon as those cats, we have 2 of them, they hear even a little peep down here, they'll come running. But there's always people home upstairs. Like, there's always somebody around to, like, pet them, feed them, give them attention, carry them around like the little babies that they are. So don't worry about them. They are good, I promise. But yeah, Pudgy, he's 17 or he'll be 17 pretty soon here in like 2-3 months. And I think that he's losing his hearing a little bit because he likes to just meow down the hallway, and it's very echoey down here because the floors are, I don't know what it's called, but it's like, it's not hardwood, but it's like I don't know, epoxy, I think. And it echoes. So he stands there and goes, meow, and it's like, meow, meow, meow. So anyways, I could talk about these cats all day long. All right. Aries, I'm going to tell you I love you because I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And what else? If you want to leave a comment, go ahead. I read them. Did I say that? No, I didn't. Yeah, so I read them all, and yeah, they mean the world to me. I mean, I always say that, but I actually do mean it. I've learned so much from you all in the last 2 years, or however long it's been, 2.5 years, 2 years, and met some amazing people. If you like comment every time one of your videos comes out or what, I know you. I know your profile name. I know your little icon. I remember you. I remember your stories. So I just want to let you know. I might not always comment back because there's a lot of comments, but yes, I remember names when I see them over and over. So yeah. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll talk in a few days. Good night.